What's good, guys? Welcome to today's episode. We are out here at Wankampeng Kawasaki Real Motorsports branch, and we are here to test the Kawasaki Z900. So stay tuned, and we're gonna rip on this new for 2020 Z900 middleweight beast. Alright guys, we out here. Look at this TFT madness. Woohoo! Well, that's a nice sound, you know. Oh, I can already hear the saber-toothed tiger hiding in there. Oh, this is gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I can tell already it's gonna be a good day. Oh, this is comfortable, boy. Yeah, it's a nice comfortable position. Alright, let's see what we got. We got our fuel gauge, total time, battery. Wow, it's a battery readout. Okay, we're in sport mode right now. Woohoo, there we go. Ooh, fucking hell, that is smooth. Smooth as silk. Damn, that is smooth. Ooh. Ooh, yo, this feels, this feels firm. In a good way though. Raw, this feels premium, you know, I can't even lie. This actually feels, this feels flash. This feels quality. Okay, I'm going this way. Try not to get lost. It is Bangkok after all. Get a little adjustment right here. Okay, here we go. That's a nice little touch that you got full adjustment. You got your full adjustment, clutch and brake. Oh, this is a nice position, you know. I'm gonna make sure I don't crash because that is a nice display. I'm gonna keep looking at it all day. Oh, it's really smooth. It's really, really smooth. Ooh, look at that dash flashing. I gotta admit, I've done what, 200 meters, and this feels a lot more premium than my MT-09. A lot more premium. It's a lot smoother, and the suspension feels way more just supportive. This thing is smooth like silk. Yo, I heard the Thai Airways saying smooth as silk. Well, I think Kawasaki need to have that slogan. This thing is smooth. And it's not lacking in the torque department either. Woohoo! Oh, it feels really nicely balanced. Yeah, you get a little bit of an open road. Oh yeah, that's got torque, boy. Oh, that's not lacking in the torque department, I'll tell you that much. No idea where I am in Bangkok here, but I gotta say, this bike feels like a 2020 bike. The fueling is super nice. It reminds me of like a premium kind of European bike. The suspension feels really well composed, and you can tell it's sporty 100%. The position is really comfortable, and obviously this TFT is really flash. So I guess as I'm stuck in traffic, it's about the right time to talk about the rider modes on the 2020 Z900. And we have rain, which ups the traction control to level 3 and puts the power on low. Then we have road, which puts the traction control on 2, I believe. The power's on full. Then you have sport, and sport gives you full power just like road, but the traction control goes down to level 1, so it's the most minimal amount. And your last and final riding mode is rider. Rider lets you configure everything as you want. To this point, which, you know, is like literally only half an hour on the bike, I have just had it in sport the whole time, and the power feels good. It does. It feels it's a nice amount of power, and what strikes me more than anything is just the refinement, like the fueling, the throttle, and it's so easy. Anyone could ride this bike. It's got all the power you'd ever need. That's for sure. I can completely validate that for you now. You do not need more power than this on the road, that's for sure. It's just constant modulation with any of this 900cc class of bike. Woohoo! That's the back tire sliding, like it's just sliding. Like you can see there's less grip on that surface just back there. And I go back to my point, you don't need more power than this. Woohoo! And the brakes are strong, man. It's such an easy bike to ride and it pulls hard, even if you're a gear high. Look, this is third. Fucking hell, that's a lot of pull. That's a lot of pull. Oh. 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 I'm sorry. Oh. I had eggs Benedict in the morning. Oh, my stomach wasn't ready for this bike. Oh. It's feeling really good. Like, as the owner of an M209, I'm kind of thinking, is it better than the M209? Which says a lot, because the M209 is like one of my favorite bikes ever. This could be like the perfect all-round bike for Thailand. Seriously, no hype. All right. We're finally on the highway, and this thing will just rev out. Listen to that. 8,000 RPM, and it's singing. It's got a nice little positive vibe through the bike. You can feel the vibrations, but it kind of characterful almost. Oh yeah, that's definitely got some torque. Third gear on this bike, yeah, is just like a lazy boy, you know. I'm talking Homer Simpson in front of the TV, feet up, can of beer on the belly, chillax. All the torque you'd ever need. Like I can go, oh look, I'll let it go all the way down to say 75, okay? Like this, look, 75, okay, that's a little bit faster. And then you watch the roll on back to that guy there. And I'm slowing down. This thing can definitely do it all. This is a fucking awesome all-rounder. You can really tell, like, the refinement is there, the suspension is there, the power is there. This thing is ticking every box I can think of right now. Oh shit. I feel confident that if I hit any of these really bad potholes, that I'll be fine. It feels super planted. It feels really stable and assured. I would feel confident giving this bike to anyone and letting them be able to safely ride it. And you can also give it to someone and then they could go and wheelie it up the road as well. Like, it has both, and there's not a lot of bikes that do both really well. In terms of a performance tourer, I think this bike, this is a really good do-it-all bike. I think this is the best bike I can think of in a long while that you could do everything on, like rider. And then, so you press it down, power full, KTRC, which is traction control, off. There you go. So you got a warning light that comes up saying the traction control is off, power's on full, and yeah, rider mode. So there you go. Right, I try out no traction control, so you make sure you get every last ounce of power without any intervention at all. Passed the wheelie test. We've got the mangrove forest on one side, we've got the lovely ocean on the other, and we've got a nice green beast in the middle. What a bike. What a bike. Fucking hell, man. I like this bike. It's a freaking nice bike, you know. So we're here out on the Chonburi coastal road. You know, this is one of my favorite places to come to. And this bike, yeah, high ratings. They got this whole new headlight configuration. There's these little LEDs. We've obviously got the whole new TFT display, which looks really nice. It remembers your mode as well, because I just put it in rider and took the traction control off, full power, and yeah, it remembers everything that I dialed in for the rider mode. The weight is 210 kilograms, and that is right where I think you don't want to have heavier. It does not feel heavy to me at all. It feels really well balanced. The engine feels really strong as well. And you know what? It feels like a 2020 bike. That's probably one of the main things I've come to terms with, like, and realized over the ride here, 100 Ks in. The category of sport touring, you know when you buy tires and they're like sport touring tires? I think those two words sum up this bike the best out of everything I can think of. I would say this is a proper sports touring bike. Like, it has the refinement I keep talking about, it has the composure, the assurance, the power, the positioning and comfort. It has literally everything. I would say this is probably the best all-round bike I've ever rode. I don't think there's really any bikes that I've rode and I said they're really good for everything. I don't think so. But this is one of them. Look, there's a couple speed bumps and then a roundabout, and you can just lug this bike. Just lug it, look. 20 kilometers an hour, third gear, look. 17 kilometers an hour, look. Such an easy bike to drive, and then it has so much torque. Look, a wicked bike, this bike. It's such a good all-rounder. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what a freaking, this bike is fucking awesome. I mean, if that's not a perfect example of a do-it-all bike, I don't know what is. I mean, what a nice bike. And the clutch is so easy to pull. Oh my god, the clutch is beautiful. Bike is beautiful. This bike is such an easy bike to drive. It's so easy to drive. I've been on this bike for a few hours, yeah. Oh, okay, since like 11. It's now 2, so like it's not that long, right? And I feel like I'm an owner of this bike. It's that if that's not a testament to how good Kawasaki have done, I don't know. I really don't know what is. This bike is really freaking good. I would 100% buy this bike. 100%. There's only one thing. There's just one thing I really wish this bike had, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Oh, I fucking like this bike, man. I really like this bike, you know. It is so easy to drive and has a lot of fucking power. Like, a lot. Ooh, wow, look at that. Damn, that's a serious Chinese temple, that one, boy. Whew. All them colours are gonna make me colourblind, man. Hey, yo, don't get any ideas, monkeys. Don't get any ideas, monkeys. Do not get any ideas. I do not own this bike. Yo, you're not doing this to this bike. Just start judo chopping you monkeys, man. Judo chop! Move! This bike is not my bike. Excuse me, monkey. Excuse me. You fucking bust out, man. You bug me out. The monkey went for me last time. If you know, you know. You don't want to mess with these monkeys, I'll tell you that right now. This is no joke. You don't want to get off the bike and start chilling either, because they will just come right up to you and they will just climb on you. They'll climb on your head. Don't worry about the bike. Oh, this guy don't value his car, I'll tell you that much right now. Yeah, look. He's having words with that monkey, innit? He's like, nah, you're in my house. It's like a tool. A really effective tool. Look at that monkey sliding down that pole. Oh, there's monkeys in the bin. Oh, there's monkeys in the bin. Oh, there's monkeys. I don't get out of this bike is green, not yellow. But in your, oh, you bro, yeah, bro. You're going too slow. You're going too slow, bro. Move your fucking BMW. You're not climbing on my freaking. Yo, the monkeys are going up there. There's monkeys everywhere. Oh shit, they're having a fight. Fucking, I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. There's monkeys everywhere. He's just chilling on the car. I don't want to stop here. It's not my bike. I can't stop here, man. Oh, this is big. He's in the bin. He's in the bin. He's opening the bin. Oh my god, he's opening the bin. Oh, that's it. Planet of the Apes is coming. It's coming. That's it. We've been warned.
I did not start this war.
Oh, yo, they're having a fight. Oh, there's bananas everywhere. What are you doing? Bro, get out. What are you looking at, man? You're in the road. Look at this car. Oh my god, this is Attack of the Monkeys. You reckon there's any monkeys in there? So, out here at the main destination today, Bang Sen Beach. And there was one thing I was going to get to that I said the only like niggle that I just wish this bike had this one thing, and that is a quick shifter. You know, it's a 2020 bike and it really does feel like a 2020 bike, and it is a flaw that it doesn't have a quick shifter, but everything that it has is just so well done. I have to just mention that I think it should have a quick shifter for 2020. It's the only thing. Now me personally, like I don't like guys. What's this guy selling? But like honestly, I would buy this bike myself, 100%. This is better than my MT-09 for everything except for like hooligan riding. If you want to like be a hooligan and go crazy all the time, maybe the MT-09. I don't know. This is so much better at everything else. It makes me think that you should just buy this anyway. Like, it feels like one of the easiest bikes I've ever rode, and I think it's up there with one of the most powerful bikes I've ever rode too. It's a 125 horsepower bike. Like, it's no slouch, but it's so easy to ride. You'd never think 125 horsepower is that easy to ride, and I think that's just a testament to how refined the bike is and just how well Kawasaki have done building the 2020 Z900. Bang Sen Beach would be kind of nice to go over there to the rocks. It's so nice to go from the city to this tranquil environment and back in a day. Like, big shout out to Kawasaki Real Motorsports as well for giving me the bike and, you know, this opportunity. Oh, we're back here again. And these guys do not give a flying do they? Right, the way he just ran up that pickup was so smooth. There was some transitional movements going on there. Right, you got a red bum, bro. What? Wait, he just came from under the pickup, nah? Right, you got a red bum, bro. What? Wait, red bum, bro. Did that guy just come from under the pickup? I'll have to check the footage later. I swear he just kicked. Fuck is he doing? He's sunbathing. Alright guys, so I'm here again at the viewpoint at Chonburi, the ocean road where I was earlier. And from here we're going back into Bangkok. Bangkok's always pretty hectic, so it's probably a bit more difficult to stop and get to your questions in peace. Shit, I just rang someone. So let's get to your questions. Okay, first question is it heavy? I've kind of addressed that already. I mean, it's 210 kilograms, so I guess it is kind of heavy, but in my personal opinion, 210 kilograms is the limit of where you want to be. Any heavier than that, to me, feels heavy, but 210, like this one right now, doesn't feel heavy to me. Do a comparison to the previous year. It's good upgrades, you know, with the TFT, still got great brakes, still got a really nice light clutch, nicer looks with the LED on the front. I think suspension's a little bit more focused than the last one. Apart from that, what else do we have? The refinement in the fueling alone, like this just feels like a 2020 bike with the TFT and the fueling. I'd definitely opt for this over the 18 or the previous, you know, 19 maybe it is. I think this is a worthy upgrade. It's really got a big chunk of extra refinement. Okay, how does it feel riding it? It feels great. I mean, you guys will know at this point, you know, getting to this far in the video, you will know I really like this bike. I think it's very, very approachable, and it's also still very fun if you're coming down from 1000cc. Yeah, someone corrected me saying about I got a time machine because I said 5th of October instead of November. So yeah, I've gone back in time, bro. What are you saying? How does the stock suspension compare to an MT-09? Pull some wheelies on it too. Resonator, I got you covered, bro. You know how we do it. 100% motorfuckery. That's what you get on this channel. Spaghetti bolognese and shit. This stock suspension on this is miles better than an MT-09. Granted, I have a 16. The 17 MT-09 suspension is a bit better, but I would say this feels better than any MT-09 I've ever tried. Componentry of this just feels like a higher grade than the MT-09, to be honest. How many Tigos does it need a top to stop it from doing wheelies? Asking for a friend. Yeah, make sure I'm still recording. Bro, I don't know. It's a good question. But it's actually pretty docile. If you want it to be. So I know it's not a serious question and I'm giving you a serious answer, but yeah, bro, this thing will do wheelies all day. I'm sure the Thai ladies will love it. How does it compare to an MT-10? You know what, it feels in between MT-09 and MT-10. It's refined off the bottom because it's an inline 4. It's quite soft off the bottom. I don't even want to say soft. It's got loads of power. It's loads of power. There is no waiting for torque, and then it can just do a wheelie. I'm sure it can wheelie in third like super easy as well. This thing's got loads of power. It definitely has something MT-10 about it. Why do you choose naked bikes over full-fed liter bikes? Cost. Way more usable friendly on the road. I mean, being in a race position on the street is just crap, and they make all their power up top. Naked bikes, you can just pop a little wheelie. I mean, this is the quintessential example of why naked bikes are better than sport bikes on the road. It's awesome at doing everything, and that's why naked bikes kind of rule the streets. Will it blend? Bass, my mate. I didn't get him, and then he showed me a channel where the guy puts everything in a blender. Well, this bike, you'd need a hella blender for this bike, bro. Believe me. I mean, you're talking like fucking about, what's that, about 6.5 foot wide blender? I don't know, you do the maths. I'd be interested to know what the low down shove is like compared to the CB1000R and compared to your MT-09, Motoman. Looking forward to this. I would say, I think this feels better than the CB1000 in literally every way. Like how this is this is 950, so the CC is like super close to 1000. I would buy this over the CB1000 every day of the week. This to me feels a lot better. This just suits me more. Maybe it feels like it's a bit pokier, a little bit more power. The CB1000 looked very premium, but it didn't feel premium really to me. This feels premium. I would choose this all day. The MT-09 I think probably beats this in terms of outright instant torque, because it's very torquey from down low, but this sits in between the CB1000 and the MT-09. This probably is the best of the three, you know. If you're an all-round guy and you want to do everything, this is definitely the best. 2020 Z900 versus 2020 Street Triple RS or KTM 890. I don't know about the KTM, bro. And I'm hoping to try the Triumph Street Triple RS as well, but this shit is fucking wicked. Z900 MT-09, which is better? You can decide from what I've said today, bro. Can a newer, slower, cheaper naked be as much fun as a used 1290 Super Duke R for the same money. Oh, okay, so yeah, I remember this question. Why way different bikes, but a new Z900 here in the US for the same price as a 6-year-old Kitty and Beast? I've had quite extensive use of the KTM Super Duke. The one I've tried is a 2014. It feels way more like a 2014. This feels like a new gen bike. They're totally different. I would just say test them, bro. It's going to really come down to what you prefer. But this feels new gen. The old Super Duke kind of doesn't. Refinement is the main thing. Obviously this doesn't have the same amount of torque as the Super Duke, but I would really opt for what you desire, bro. It's kind of hard to say, but that's a very good question. Maybe I'll make another video on that exact topic. I'd rather see a ZX25R review. I spoke to one of the main guys at Kawasaki, Kun P, and he has told me that there's a trip coming up and he could maybe get me that ZX25R. I really would like to test that bike out, and I hope to get a review of it soon. That's the questions, guys. Thanks for leaving them. We're going to head back into Bangkok, and that's pretty much it for the end of the Z900 review, but stay tuned while I head back to Bangkok. So as we're kind of rounding the ride up, coming towards the end of the ride, I really like this bike. I really like this bike. Like, this bike is so good at everything. There's no flaw. This bike has no flaw. One of my last reviews, I rode a Hypermotard 950, which is the exact same CC pretty much as this bike, so it's a direct competitor. Now, Ducatis are expensive, right? That bike is like 100k more than this bike in this country, and genuinely I prefer this bike. I think this is a better bike. I like this bike more than the Hypermotard 950. Now, the Hypermotard 950 is a sexy bike. It's a very nice looking bike, and it has a different thing, you know. It's got that character that an inline 4 doesn't have. But this bike has more power, and it's way easier to ride as well. I'm not saying that was a hard bike to ride, the Hypermotard, but when this has more power and it's easier to ride, this is a really good bike, man. You know, this bike, it hits everything. It hits everything. Everything it does super, super well. And quite frankly, I would love to own one. This actually makes my personal bike, my MT-09, it makes my MT-09 feel a bit old. Whatever you're looking for in 2020, make sure you give the Z900 2020 model year a look at, because this bike is a definite contender for one of my favorite bikes ever. Z900, the king of versatility.